Northampton is best known as the traditional centre of Britain's shoemaking industry, but there's more to this historic town than cobblers. Its Premiership rugby team, the Saints, is one of the oldest clubs in the country and was founded by a vicar, as the club's chaplain explains.
The Reverend Samuel Wigg was a curate in 1878, based at St James's Church, and was having a problem with what he was calling high-spirited boys. So he used the game of football, as they called it back then, to try and bring about some development in spiritual life and making the connections between the physical game and those of character.
And you're carrying on in that tradition because you're chaplain here?
Very much so, yeah.
What kind of support do you offer to the current players then?
Some players have wanted to explore faith a bit deeper but have never really been into church. Mainly a bit about ethics. As we said, it's a rough old game out there, and can a Christian be involved in something that could be physically harming another person potentially?
One of the players who has benefited from Jez's support is scrum half Nick Groom from South Africa.
Often your performance is criticised a lot of the time and your ability is questioned, and I definitely lean on my faith in those times where I need extra strength or where I need a bit of hope. For me, it was just so encouraging to have Jez there to be able to chat to.
Because for those of us who don't play but watch, it looks pretty brutal on the rugby field.
Well, you know, that's part of the charm, is that it's tough. That's why a lot of us play, because we enjoy the challenge. We're all very competitive. God doesn't really care how well I play. That was a big thing for me, to take that pressure off, because you're constantly surrounded by it, and you know that can sometimes be a bit crippling. So just to have a firm identity in something away from rugby, something that's always stable, that never changes, that's been really helpful.
Just as Jez has helped Nick likes to give back to the community, and he gets involved with the club's youth programme, Playing for Success, where primary school children come to learn and have fun.
There's sort of responsibility that comes with being a professional rugby player. You see how many kids there are at the games all the time. You see the interest from the youth, and we try and play our part as best we can.
Well, the connections between faith and sport go deep, don't they? And there are a lot of hymns associated with rugby.
The crowd are amazing here about singing When the Saints Go Marching In, which is a wonderful cracking song about our hope and our faith, and a real rouser that just gets behind whoever we're trying to get behind.
Well, that's almost it for this week. Next week, Alan Jones will be here with a brand new singing competition for young people. Choirs from across the UK will compete to become Songs of Praise Young Choir of the Year. We end today with a hymn from All Saints here in Northampton. Written by Timothy Dudley Smith, Lord for the Years reminds us of how God works in our lives.
Stormy weather proves tricky to capture on canvas for our 7 amateur artists. The Big Painting Challenge continues at 6, and later the Antiques Roadshow visits Castle Howard in Yorkshire. Join Fiona Bruce and the team here on BBC One at 8.